It's good. Oh, man. Okay. Oh. Hooked up to things. Where'd it go? Oh. All right. Hello, everybody. Raid broke something. But he's going to fix it. And he knows how now. Hey, Raid, go fix the thing. All right. I think he fixed it. We'll see. Where's the button? There it is. Hello. Oh, man. Where do we even begin? I hope you can hear me. I'm using a new microphone. I just couldn't handle the headset anymore. I just couldn't do it. It was driving me crazy. So, Season 2 has begun. And the most important thing is that all of you who have completed your onboarding process have now officially been inducted into the TRICOM, the Ryker Initiative community, the unofficial Earth branch of the Terrestrial Reconnaissance and Intervention Force. In other words, a Discord server. But it's more than that. And you'll see in due time. And what we have so far is a wonderful beginning. There it is. Can you hear me? I assume you can. I assume you can hear me because you're not saying you can't hear me. And I'm seeing that things go up and down. That's a good sign. Now, things may not sound the same. Things are going to sound different. And I'm really not sure how it's going to go. But I am so excited because I feel so comfortable right now in a way that I haven't felt for a really long time here on the bridge. It feels so nice not having something hugging my ears. You know, the room needs a lot of treatment on this side. a lot. So all the, yeah. And that's why I used, I think I already put them away too. I was like, get the heck out of here. I got rid of those headphones so fast, so happy to not have them anymore. And normally, before making a decision on a new piece of equipment, I would test things out and see how it goes, and then say, what I thought sounded the best, and then just make it work. But this time, I so wanted to not have to wear that headset anymore that I didn't even test it. I bought a microphone and I was like, this thing is gonna work. I don't care. You know what? And they say, hey, audio is the most important. Audio is more important than the video. I hear people say that. I literally have heard people say, people don't realize, but audio is more important than the video. And I'm thinking, no, it's not. It's not a video then. If you take away the video and you just have audio, I mean, what about all the people on this planet that spent all those years making silent films? I think about them every day. I wonder what they would think about all this. About all this. What do you think? It'd be crazy. The first thing they'd say is, what the hell is on your head? Get those headphones off your head. They're ridiculous. They're so large, and they're not comfortable. And they press down on the top of your head in a way that is just uncool. And it hurts. It hurts, okay? Take them off. And he'd say, what? I did not know that you guys could speak. They probably wouldn't get it. That's okay. But from another time, another place. I have to agree with them. Not having that headset on is just the way to go. All right, that was only one change, okay? Season 2 brings with it a whole new season of harvests. And we have harvested our space chair. Finally, it was so hot and so melty. When we got stuck in VR, it's a whole nother story. I'll get into that another time. Everything overheated in engineering. So when we came back, not on fire, but melting. Things were literally melting. And the chair was melting. I mean, I don't know, you can't really see, but it's kind of melted quite a bit. Here, you can see from this one. Check it out. See, it all started melting and folding, and so I took it like space taffy, and I sort of moved it around and burned my hands. And I kind of shaped it into a usable structure. And I gotta say, it's pretty dang comfy. It feels good on my tush, and it feels great on my back. Ha! And it's got armrests. Do you see? Well, you can't see. You have to take my word for it. It's got armrests. In fact, I can show you. You don't believe me. I know. I'm not lying. Look at this. Do you see? Do you see the folded space steel? And what has happened? It has created a brilliant little armrest for your arm. Look at this. without it being in the way. Look at this. This is phenomenal. And I'm comfortable. And my back is supported. And I'm where I need to be. And there's no armrests in the way. But I still have armrests. I don't even know what to say. Sometimes space things just work out, man. And here we are. So, and here's an interesting fact. This chair was bolted to the ship for the last, I don't know how many years. The whole time I've been here, I haven't wanted to take it out. I've been afraid to commit to taking it out because I felt like if I did that, it'd be kind of like committing to the situation. And I didn't want to do that. But it's so interesting how things change. Seasons change, if you will. And here we are, at the beginning of a new season. And there I am, excited and eager to make a commitment. To take this damn chair out of that cockpit. Despite the fact that I know doing so is going to cause the thing to nearly combust. But I did it and I dealt with it. And here we are, with just a flippin' cool chair. And it's very comfortable. And don't underestimate the power of good ergonomics. I tell you, you can change the world with a good chair. But it pales in comparison to what we're really here to talk about. Seasons? Come on. Some things never change. Year in, year out. Some things are always there for you. You know who's always there for me? When I need someone to hold. My Steam controller. And hopefully your Steam controller too. And if you don't have a Steam controller, just hold your hands out in front of you. Close your eyes. And say, whoa. Did it work? Let us know in the chat. That'd be crazy. Could you imagine? What in the world? All right. I'm going to do this thing. Speaking of commitments, I'm going to make a commitment right now. I'm going to commit. Raid is going to create a new Discord channel for all of the Steam controller configs. That's what he's going to do. And here's the thing. They're going to accompany the posts for each show. So you can always reference the show if you want to know more about the config. I think that's a good way of doing it, because my hesitation historically with posting my configs just sort of out there, just sort of for anyone to just sort of, just find and use, has been a concern that the experience will be terrible because it needs more information. Because things aren't made to make sense sometimes, they're made to be interesting. So I think this is a great a great solution, because we can put the config in there and we can say, if you want, here you go. But if you want more info, you can watch this stream, and that's where I talk about whatever the thing is. So I think that's what we'll do. And by we, I mean raid. And it'll be nice. And the way, I mean, if you've been watching, you know that the way I do it is I just make changes as I go. So there is no Ryker's Warzone config. It's like as of when, because every day something changes. Every day it's being modified and tweaked and tuned, because that's what it is for me. That's what the whole process is. That's what the experience is. That's where the fun is. So, could be a little complicated, or at least a little annoying to someone who just wants a config that doesn't have any friggin' experimental mumbo jumbo. But I just can't help myself. I am excited. I am excited. Oh man. You know, it's good to look up there and see you guys. One of the first things that I told Raid when we realized we were stuck was that we really need to figure out a way to communicate, at least through Discord or something, when that happens. There's got to be a better solution, because we're not gonna... There's a lot of cool stuff that I want to show you guys in VR. But I got to figure out a way to do it, because, I mean, I could just record VR, right? Capture it like a game. And that's fine if you're playing a game, or if you're like reviewing a VR game or something. But the stuff that me and Ray do, you can't, there's no output for it yet. I have an idea, but it's difficult to capture, and I can't do it live, unfortunately. Maybe one day, but not yet. But until then, I think there is a way. We have an idea for a way to communicate, and possibly even, because like if we can communicate through Discord when we're in there, we might even be able to stream, at least on Discord, what we're seeing. And if we could do that, that would be the most amazing thing. I don't want to oversell it, so I won't. But it would be a really neat thing and a really fun thing. So if you guys would be interested in seeing some of those VR, I don't know what you call them, missions, adventures, shenanigans, putting it lightly, let me know. We'll figure something out. Look at us. Turns out I had enough of these CP to get the battle pass. Unsure exactly of what the battle pass contained. When I purchased it, I was startled by all of the things. And now I have a bird, and I have a beard, and I'm a big dude that you don't want to mess with, because there's black powder coming off of me as I walk. So don't mess with a big guy like me. And check it out, Warzone Rumble. Man, I haven't played Warzone in a while. Should we just do this? I almost feel like we should warm up. But maybe this is warm up. wish Raid was here. Hey, no sweat, Shane. You got it, man. And actually, I think, oh, gee, yeah. You know what I did? I made a bunch of changes to this. This config. A bunch of fairly sizable changes, actually. And it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. All right, all right.
Team deathmatch. Here they come. Attack.
Let me check. I haven't done this in a while, so I gotta check my audio and everything, huh?
We have control. Crush them.
Check. There you go.
I will
All right. All right, that should be good. Let me know if things are terrible. And before we proceed too far, let's find a nice tree to sit under and talk about Steam controller config. So here's what we're doing. What have we changed? All right, so we have our ability, or our item, right? So our flashbang, or stun grenade, and our claymore. And the way you access those guys is your left bumper. So left bumper and shift left bumper. Shift is left grip. And that's all contained inside the shift layer. X is your whatever it's called, the field upgrade, I think. And you reload, you put on your shields with soft pull and full pull of the right trigger inside of that shift layer. And you change your weapon with soft pull and full pull of the left trigger inside that shift layer. And then of course jump, which is right grip, becomes use within that shift layer. I was messing around with stuff here. B is toggle our fire rate. Not something I use all the time, but I do want access to it. That's not a permanent home though. 3 and X, those are, I was using those for a little bit. I can change those if I need another couple of buttons though. All right. Then we have, where is it at? Yeah, we have trigger layers. R trig and L trig. I'm not going to go into huge detail on these, but basically they just adjust our sensitivities for our gyro. Because what we ultimately are after is low sensitivity and high sensitivity hip fire, low sensitivity, high sensitivity ADS fire.
I will drive.
With all triggers and all that kind of stuff. It's come on, you could do it. We're using our touchpad with fairly high sensitivity these days. It's pretty high up there. It's more than a 180 on a full swipe. because I don't always do full swipes. You know, like I think I will and I think I do, but I don't. And then I end up having to
Driver's seat is mine.
swipe more to get to where I want to go. So I realized just increasing it, instead of saying, oh, well, this edge to this edge, I want it at this sensitivity. That's all fine and dandy, but you're not actually using it that way. So I wanted him to fly in. All right, and this game, come on, get him.
Driver's seat is mine.
Oh, they're coming down. All right, let's postpone the Steam controller update for a second. Because look at all these guys. I mean, come on. This is crazy.
Swapping mag. Fire, asshole. We're halfway there. Keep going. Ah! Dropping fast. DZ mark. Come, I can fly.
Ah! Damn it. Oh. Good shot. All right, so we're using snaps on our touchpad. So, clicking on the upper quadrant will snap us 180, and the bottom quadrant will snap us 180 as well. And clicking to the left and to the right will do not quite 45s. But it feels real good. You know, when I had a long press on there to do additional snaps, so if you held it, it would continue to go. I didn't like it. Sometimes I just want to long press and hold, because that's what my hands want to do for whatever reason. So I want to accommodate that. Like right now, it feels good to press and hold. Oh, and I forgot, there was another thing that I changed. Oh, where's that guy? See the tippy top of someone's head over there. All right, I made it so, check this out. This is very dangerous. Not what I'm gonna show you, but if you go to the snap layer, and you look at our gyro enabled, set to right pad touch. Look at that. Gyro button behavior off. That's right. That's right. No gyro in the snap layer. Do you know why? Do you know what that means? That means our gyro, or our snap layer, also becomes our gyro reset. Our hand reset, whatever you want to call it. So I can always hit Y, like I'm doing right now. Hitting Y, right? Like, let's do this. I'm turning. Whoa, my hands are like this. And then I hit Y, and then I reset my hands, and everything is nice again. Oh, yeah. But now imagine this. I'm turning. Oh, my hands are all weird, but I want to keep turning. What do? All right. I click down on the right side of the touchpad. Boom. I snap over. I do my additional turn. And since I'm holding down that right side of the touchpad, I am in the snap layer right now. And our gyro is not active. See that? So I can reset after a snap. If I end up snapping into it, you know, while I'm in an inopportune position or a less than optimal hand orientation like this, if I need to continue, or if I need to turn around, or if I need to turn to the right, or whatever it is, I can do so and then reset. It doesn't negate, it doesn't take away why to reset. But one thing you can, oh, whoa, hi, I'll get, oh, okay. One thing you can do is, because in my snap layer, my snapping on my D-pad, because it is a D-pad, what I did is I just increased the dead zone so that you can click in the center and it won't do anything. Which means if you click in the center, you can reset your gyro without snapping. Isn't that great? Now this is a feature that is so good, I almost want to put like a little dot, little tactical nub in the center, in the very dead center of my touchpad. I thought about that before. I've never wanted to do that. But the way I'm using the gyro now, or the touchpad now, is just as much for snaps as it is for swipes. So having a bump getting in the way of my swiping, but greatly improving my snapping, because I can now really click in that center, because I really won't use that center D-pad to reset my gyro, even though it's there, and I'm gonna keep it there, and I'm gonna try to use it, but I really won't use it, because I'll be too afraid that I'm gonna try and reset my hands, and I'm gonna end up snapping on accident. I don't wanna do that. If I have that little nub there, then I'll know that that's not gonna happen, and it'll feel much more reliable. That's the word I'm looking for. But as it is, I'm going to keep it this way, and I'm going to try to use it. I'm going to try to do it. And I did increase that dead zone a bit. So it should work. I just need to try it more. Let's do that this time. Let's actually, you know, we spent that last round talking about the config. Let's spend this round using it and see what happens. A tiny sticker? Yeah, I should do something like that. I put little googly eyes on my Stream Deck. Because then I could, I don't have to look at it, you know? I could just like feel around where those googly eyes are on the left and right, and then same thing, I guess, right? I should do that. Not with a big googly eye though. Wouldn't that be crazy? Maybe I should do that, you know, just for the lulz. Just put like a big googly eye. Maybe two of them, you know, and like, whoa, actually, hold on, I got an idea. All right, don't tell anybody. I have an idea. I'm gonna do it another time. Can't do it right now. I'm in the middle of something right now. I'll do it later. Don't steal my idea. I know you thought of what I'm thinking right now. I know you are what the thing is that I'm doing to think of, but don't do it. You did it. All right. I keep thinking Steam controller stuff, but I need to stop thinking Steam controller stuff. And we need to just do this, and we need to make them pay. Oh! Oh, really thought I had him.
The enemy has the lead.
That guy's name is Juan Wick. That's a good name. I'm gonna hang out with this guy. Whoa, dude! Right into harm's way. Look at, look at. Wow. Brutal. I really like having mouse wheel up and down. It's putting it the wrong way. I shouldn't talk about mouse wheel up and down in this game because it's just change weapon and you only have like the one. Oh my god, what? Where? What? Who? What? Oh, Bush boy, look at him. In the damn bushes. I was in the middle of saying something, too. So rude. Alright, but I really need to stop talking about the Steam controller. Do you ever find that being in a Steam controller frame of mind is counterproductive? Oh, mother's milk! To being in a shooting dudes in the head frame of mind? Because I get frustrated that the guy is getting in the way of me troubleshooting something that I'm trying to figure out, and I'm like, stop it! I'm trying to figure out the button. I'm trying to map this thing, and you keep shooting me. I mean, that's not what's happening right now necessarily. But then when you try to transition to more like, all right, it's fun time, it's game time. We're just gonna play the game. And your brain keeps thinking, but what if you put it on a soft pull with a long press? I mean, just on a double pull to activate the long press with a double press. With a double heel flip McTwist. Because you can do the cyborg. And then you get shot. Because you're not paying attention. Oh, hey. The animations are so good in this game. And so are the character models. Like, really, if you look at that, that looks pretty dang good. Especially, like, the leg. The leg and the foot are really blowing my mind. You know, like, look at that. That is awesome. Whoa, hey, watch out. Ha 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 ha. Sometimes the spaceman gets lucky. Oh, and sometimes he doesn't. Stop talking to me about the Steam controller. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Ay, ay, ay. I had the wrong weapon for that encounter. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but all of a sudden, there's like a million games that have come out that just look phenomenal. And I keep on getting very excited over and over and over about one new game, and then another new game, and then some other new game, and of course, how it's all gonna work with a Steam controller. Man, sometimes I wonder if being from space you know, helps. Sometimes I wonder if it definitely doesn't help. And I'm pretty sure I'm right. Oh, you guys, I haven't told you about Crouch. Oh shit. No, no. Stop it. We're not talking about the Steam, but all right, look it. Remind me about Crouch, okay? I want to talk to you about Crouch. Oh, are you good? Oh, yes, good. Whew. I thought that was our guy for a second. Oh, I really like the trigger layers. I'm doing a lot of full pulling on my right trigger when I'm firing. At that distance, full pulling with that right trigger when you're ADS, it's not as low sensitivity as sniping, as a full pull on the left trigger, but it is a lower sensitivity than just firing or just ADS firing. And it feels really good. It's sort of like dialing in a weapon, I would imagine. I've never dialed in an earth weapon officially, but where is he? Oh no. You should shoot these guys in the sky. But getting a sense, you know, of what distance you should be for which, you know, option, which aiming option. Hey, we lost, but I landed from a parachute into a Jeep, so it's not so bad. The guy was just watching. He was just watching his teammate get killed. All right, let's talk about Crouch. All right, I don't want it to load. This is gonna seem weird. And it is weird. And it probably wouldn't work in a lot of other games. But it works here. So far. So here's what it is. If you look at jump, we've got this corded press. Seems really strange to have a corded press for left control with a corded button of left pad click. on your jump. But essentially what's happening in this game is when you hit shift or left pad click, you start running. You don't have to hold the button down. You can just click it, and now you're running. And you can click it again when you're running to do your tactical run, which is a faster run. And if you click it again, then you'll stop your tactical run and continue running. So what I did is I made it so when you click at any point, you can hold it and then jump to slide. It sounds really weird. Because run or shift is on a toggle, right? It's not on a hold. You're still able to run, and you're still able to jump, and you're still able to run and jump. And you're still able to jump and run. But now, when you're running, you can click that hold that click, jump that grip button. All of a sudden, buddy, you're sliding. And it feels really good. Feels really good, surprisingly good. But what if I want to jump and crouch, right? Could be a problem. I mean, I could just click that left touchpad and perform a crouch and a jump at the same time, but it's kind of a lot of clicks. I don't know if it really makes sense. But considering I slide more than anything, in this game, I built it for sliding. And for sliding, it feels really good. And because we change these configs every day, maybe we'll change it tomorrow and remove that and move crouch to some other place. But probably not. Because I already have crouch over here on the A button, and I really like it there too. I find I use both quite a bit. One thing I am going to do, I'm going to change Shift B to actually be B. And I'm going to make Shift A also Control. Actually, I'm just going to remove it. That way it will automatically, be Control. All right. That's better. Well, that's all for right this moment. You see, we're just going to take a very short break, and we're going to come right back. And then there's one more thing. So, stick around. Were you hoping it would be Cyberhook? Nemo was. Oh my god. Sora, you haven't seen Cyberhook? This is Cyberhook. One might ask, well, Ryker, what do you do in Cyberhook? Well, I don't know what you do. But this is what I do. I just jump around. Now, I performed a console command to allow us to skip to the last level of the demo. Because the last level of the demo is absolutely wonderful. Now, yes, a big part of this game is getting the high scores. It's an important part, getting the high scores, and it's very addictive. We know this. There's been nights, right, where a farewell led to a, hey, let's play Cyberhook real quick, which led well into the next day. This is not going to happen tonight because we're not playing for high scores. We're just going to have a good time. We're just going to relax, and we're just going to take it easy. And we're going to go through that damn loop thing about 1,000 times because I need to. And I can't explain it. Oh, all right, now here's the thing, okay? You can't touch the pink ones. You touch them, you respawn. The blue ones you can shoot. How do you shoot? Simple. You just pull the left trigger. Seems weird, right? Left trigger? Don't you mean the right trigger? No. I thought the same thing. And I mapped it to the right trigger because I thought shooting should be on the right trigger. No, don't do it. Because this is all about the hook. The Cyberhook. And the way it works. And I'm telling you, the Steam controller is like made for this game. This game is made for the Steam controller, whatever it is, whatever came first. They each came for the other because it's so good. The dual stage triggers make all the difference. So here's how the controls work. I can't show you the bindings because in the demo you can only access them from the main menu, and when you go to the main menu then you can't get back to the level that we're at without having to do the skip level console command over and over and over and over. So I'm not going to show you, but I will tell you. Here's how it works. Here's how it looks in Steam. It's a simple config, but over here on the right trigger, a soft pull does left mouse, which fires your Cyberhook. Don't worry about the release press yet. And then a full pull does the middle mouse. And the middle mouse reels in your Cyberhook. So if you were to just soft pull onto a surface or something, you would just sort of hang there. But if you want to accelerate, then you full pull and now you're reeling yourself in. And here's the thing. I also added an empty binding to the full pull with a low haptic intensity and hold to repeat turned on to give us a very satisfying sort of thumping, clicking, haptic feedback whenever we are ratcheting ourselves back in with our cyberhook. Now, release press on the soft pull. When we let go of the soft pull, it hits X, because X is the release the hook button. Not in the game by default, but I changed it to that to accomplish this. So now when you think about it, our whole stack here is a soft pull to fire it, and then a full pull to ratchet it in, and then a release of the full pull to stop ratcheting but to still hang on, and then a release of the soft pull to release the hook. So a lot of the game and a lot of the movement is a balance between soft pull and full pull. Because sometimes you want to swing. You don't want to be ratcheting yourself. You want to be swinging yourself. So you soft pull and you hang on and you swing. Until the point when you want to gain some speed, maybe. Maybe you look down and you shoot it at the ground that you're falling towards. And then you ratchet. So you full pull. And now you're pulling yourself towards the ground super fast. And it is extremely fun. And then you look up and before you hit the ground, you grab something else and you take all of that energy as momentum. And baby, you go flying. It's unbelievable. Cyberhook. It's great. Let's do it some more. Now we've got our gyro going just like always. We've got our touchpad just like always. When we click, we've got our snaps. We got our 180 snaps on the upper quadrant and the lower quadrant. We've got our left and right snaps, our horizontal snaps on the horizontal quadrants. We've got a double jump. That was close. Ugh. And the best part, everybody. The best part. Maybe not the most useful part if you're going for high scores, but if you're just trying to have a good time before bed. Watch. You can slow down time. And when you slow down time, you can shoot your cyberhook even farther. I was a little too far, so I couldn't demonstrate it there, but let me show you right here. You see how I'm too far? Do you see those two things? Those little blue arrows to the left and right of the that yellow triangle? When you're connected, those are connected, and they change color, they light up to really let you know that you're connected, or that you're close enough to connect. So you see they disappear when you look away. And when you're pointing at it, they reappear. And they open and they close, they contract, you know, depending on how close they are. Or how far you are. Man. This game, you know, I didn't play it with the snaps. That's like a new, because we haven't played Cyberhook in a while. And now that we got these snaps, it's like, holy smokes, you guys. Because most of the time, you know, there's nothing wrong with just swiping, you know? Like, as I did there, like, swiping is perfectly adequate. And in fact, swiping is kind of more fun visually, I would say, than the snap. Oh, that is so cool. All right, now those pink ones, you know, the same as these pink ones, except they are, you know, transparent. Also, this is an amazing game for gyro practice. All right, so when you slow-mo, it increases the range of your cyber hook. So see how it's too far there? Slow-mo, now it's not too far. Now there's a penalty because when you're going for high scores, right, your time matters. So when you slow things down, your timer does not slow down. So you're kind of penalized for using the slow-mo in terms of you're moving slower for the same amount of time. So that's something to be aware of. And if you're wondering why you're not getting those high scores, it could be you're just using too much slow-mo and you might not even need to be. And then once you're aware that you're using too much, too far, then you could kind of, you know, cool it. All right, now here's something really fun. I love spinning around those ones, like knowing that if you touch it, you go all the way back to the beginning. I love that so much. All right. I feel like the field of view is different. I feel like I need to adjust that. There's not very many settings at the moment in the demo because it's a demo. And the resolution of the game is set to something funky and not native. See, let me show you. What I used to do just forever is just mess around with this ring here and just like practice flying through it and stuff. Because like that right there used a combination of full pull to ratchet up until the point where I had enough slack to wrap around it. Then I stopped ratcheting, but I held the soft pull and I spun through and then released. And it's a really fun thing because you really do figure it out. You do learn it, you know, pretty quick, like what the speed is of it all. And then you just do your thing. And you get that high sensitivity gyro going. Man! Oh, you're staring at me the whole time. Come on, no, watch the game. It's more fun, I promise. Backwards. Oh! Do it again. Oh my god. Ah. Jeez. And what's great about this game is a lot of games when it's a lot of games when there's like a competitive element and then a more like non-competitive relaxing option, it's almost either one or the other that I end up being interested in. But this game is not like that. Like, I can get so obsessed with a high score. Oh, come on. No. Almost. Like there's any point to any of it, you know? But I mean, it's one of the most instantly satisfying games I've ever played. And it's amazing how it can take some simple thing, you know, like just like this right here, and make playing with it such a fun and satisfying experience. So now we're just hanging around. Look at that. Man, and look at that sunset. That's sick. No. It's too much fun. Those red ones do that too, huh? I didn't know that. Can you imagine how fun this would be in VR? Now, remember, in VR, your view would not just be being flung around like this, right? It's attached to your head. So the movements would be relative. And your eyes would be, you know, they're doing their thing as well, stabilizing. I really don't think it would be as vomit-inducing as one might expect. If you were to watch my gameplay, my Steam controller gameplay in VR, oh yeah, that would be a nightmare. But gameplay from a VR perspective, right? From a VR player would not be like that. It would not be like this. It would be a little slower by the nature of the fact that you have a head stuck to a neck that cannot snap like this or even like this. So I think it would be so much fun. I mean, there's a lot of games that already exist in VR for, you know, with grappling hooks, I should say. Dang. You see that? It seemed like he was really building momentum just by running. Dang, yeah. That must be, I feel like he was talking about that. I never really run. I usually try not to run because I feel like running is going to be slower, right? Friction and all that. Maybe not. Not in the world of Cyberhook. Oh, I really want to see how fast I can go. It seems like you can go pretty darn fast. Wow. You know, that kind of changes it a little bit. I mean, it makes... It actually gives me more incentive to actually run, which I normally would just never, ever run. You know, like unless you had to. But if I build momentum when my feet are on the ground, oh, and you can wall run. As if this game couldn't get cooler. Sometimes I use a Steam controller with a VR game. If the game uses a controller, sometimes a lot of games do not work well. A lot of VR games don't work well with the Steam controller because really it seems like a Steam issue because of how the Steam controller sees the VR game. But yeah, but for this, I wouldn't, you know, like my dream of a Cyberhook VR, you would be using your hands to grapple and stuff and shoot. Oh, can you imagine how satisfying that would be? That would be so much fun. That's cool now, because normally I would be afraid to land on the ground, you know? Because I would be like, oh, don't touch the ground, because you're gonna kill your momentum. But it seems like, no, not anymore. That's awesome, actually. The more I think about that, the more I like it. Because then it makes like being on the ground like have a purpose. That's awesome. Man, I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting surprises tonight, Cyberhook. You did it again. You blew me away. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. You're a good guy, Cyberhook. Thank you, Sora. I'm so glad to hear that. Thanks, everybody. And welcome. I mean, this is like... It's like a new... I was gonna say it's like a new season. And then It's like a new season in multiple ways. So, welcome to the Ryker Initiative community. All of you who have now been inducted. You know, and with this change, there's going to be more changes. Different things coming. Different community events. Different Discord events. All sorts of stuff. So, and I'm trying to make changes to things over here. You know, little things here and there, and then a couple of big things scattered in. And I gotta say, I have a good feeling about it. But if I'm being honest, that feeling is probably just the fact that my back feels really great right now. And normally I'd be pretty sore right now. So, it's got me in a good mood, I suppose. But I'll take it. Because a good mood associated with what we're doing, it's a match made in heaven. And we're going to tell you guys more about what happened in the whole VR thing. The whole spy issue. I got to figure out the right way of doing it because I know that they're still watching. And that's not a problem necessarily. It's just can't have them in the community. They could be in the audience if they want. I can't stop them. But our community is special. You know? But I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit excited by all this. Raid doesn't want me to say anything yet for security reasons, but we are not alone. And we saw some interesting things in VR, and we met some interesting people. And we are not the only ones here. if that makes sense. I can't go into further detail, but I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. And now that we have flushed the spy from our midst, we can talk about this more. And also, making good progress on that podcast I keep talking about. And one of the things that we're going to do on this podcast is I want to make it a valuable resource for any of you who want to make stuff, right? Music or videos, streams, any of that stuff. So I want it to be a little bit more behind the curtain and share details with you guys, things that I've figured out, how I do certain things to hopefully help you apply it to the things that you're working on. But this isn't necessarily the best place for that. This is where we come to hang out, to relax, to chill, to swing on our cyber hooks, to play with our Steam controllers, to jam on our synths, to relax on our space chairs. So we need a place where we can talk shop, where we can talk space. And now that we're in a new season, we have an excuse to do new things. I don't know what that means, but I'm just trying to leave the possibilities open. All right, everybody. I don't have anything else to say. I could go on about the Steam controller and crouching, but I'm not going to do that. No. We're going to get off of here. We're going to go to bed, and we're going to get some great sleep. And when we wake up in the morning, we're going to feel fantastic. And tomorrow, at the end of the day, let's meet back here. Until then, be careful out there. I'll see you soon. All you new is the wrong word, officially inducted members of the TRICOM. And any of you who don't know what I'm talking about, who are part of the server, go look at some of the more recent transmission alerts. Read the new channels, the onboarding channels. Raid added a lot of new stuff. So go check it out, get caught up, post your introduction, and await your induction the following Monday. Good things, you guys. Good things. I hope you're feeling the vibes. All right, everybody. Have a good night. See you later.